when the news anchor look wild, for some reason I don't be believing it. Oh, I got it on mute. My bad, gang.
After leaving raw emotion today inside of a Cuyahoga County courtroom, the mother
Cuyahoga?
who pled guilty to aggravated murder after leaving her toddler home alone was handed her fate. News 5 anchor Tracy Carlos with the disturbing details, and we do want to warn you here that some of this may not be suitable for young children.
For 10 days last June, Crystal Candelario admitted to leaving her 16-month-old daughter, Jaylene, home alone in a pack and play.
All right.
16 months? Okay, the baby
16.
can walk.
That baby could walk, right?
Yeah, but that's like, not much. It's learning.
It's learning to walk.
How, like, it's walk. It depends because some kids learn early, some kids don't. Like, Deuce was walking at 11 months. Some kids walk at 1.5, like 13 months. Depends, but that was a small ass baby. Like,
all right, so is it impossible for, because I don't know, would it be impossible for a 16-month-old to take care of themselves for 10 days?
No, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
No.
So she had to know what the fuck she basically was doing there.
Yes. I'm sorry, even a 2-year-old would know not to leave a baby in a home alone.
I'm not sure a 2-year-old would know that, but close enough.
Would know because they think they're older. Once you get another baby, the 2-year-old feel like, oh, I'm the big kid.
2-year-old want to stay play with that nigga.
Want to cater.
Because she older than 2 years old and she didn't know.
That baby is not 2 years old.
No, she older than 2 years old. The
saying.
mother,
Like,
and she didn't know.
She fucking know.
I don't know.
Any human being would know that a person that cannot feed itself to be home alone all them days is gonna starve.
You would think so.
Was a mother. She got a title that means something in this world.
Oh.
Animals take care of their infants
Yo.
better.
Prosecutors.
Yo, bro, I swear to God, I feel like that lady heard me say that before. Who always used to say that?
Another in Michigan while her daughter died a horrific
Hey, yo,
at home.
I'ma tell you some shit, right?
Turn it up a little bit.
Right now, if my mom's was watching this, she would swear I was doing this because of how she treated me. I listened to some shit today, right? I was listening to a podcast, and the dude was like, one of his friends was a doctor, and a drug addict was trying to sell her child. So he telling him about it, and he was telling him about it from a perspective of like feeling bad for her. And the dude was like, what you mean? He's like, well, he broke it down to them like this. He like, well, what happens is when you do certain drugs, they hijack this and then the endorphins and then this. So you just going through, just doing shit. And that's what is happening a lot of times. But the other part that is guilt, because you know. So you might can't help it, whatever's going on. Like, if you was strong enough, maybe you could stop. Maybe you, like, but you wasn't and you did what you did. But now since you did what you did, you feel guilty. And once you feel guilty, it's almost like erasing from your mind what you actually did in the beginning. Because now you ducking some shit. So I got firsthand experience, like, of just, like, not being loved and cared for and given a fuck about as a child. And like I always say, sometimes the only time we give a fuck about that shit is when the child dies. But if you survive...
Oh, he survived it.
Oh, you good. You a grown-ass man. Shut the fuck up. But everything in the world will tell you about traumas.
Police say the 32-year-old mother left the baby with a bottle or two on June 6th. Neighbors' cameras captured her coming home 10 days later. Jaylene was dead. Dr. Elizabeth Mooney is the forensic pathologist who performed the autopsy. She told the judge the baby died from starvation, dehydration, and abandonment. She described the suffering.
The baby died from starvation, dehydration, and do you know what it would be like to starve to death?
That baby was crying and crying and crying until it was exhausted. Till it probably had no more tears. The tear, like, because it's like, what, a bottle? A bottle?
A bottle or two.
Or two? For a 2-year-old? For almost 2-year-old? The motherfuckers eat. A bottle? is eating regular food by now? That nigga wants some eggs. The baby probably wants some eggs, or that rice and beans. They eating regular food.
And she left that baby there for 10 days. 16 months, 10 days, a bottle or two.
Or two. We don't even know if it was two.
Where the fuck is maternal instincts at? Did social media take maternal instincts away? Did social media book maternal instincts? That's my question. Did social media... Because, bro, this ain't even some shit that's uncommon for... Like, right now, like, this ain't some shit that's uncommon, bro. It's like... And like, like, this isn't a crack epidemic. So if you ever, you see the stories, like... Some of these females is doing wild shit like this ain't even addicted to no drugs. Bitch addicted to trying to look good or have a good time or chase some dick. That's, yo, bro, this shit is nasty.
The baby endured lasting days, possibly even a week.
Abandonment for days on end, coupled with the pain of starvation and extreme thirst, is a type of suffering I don't think any of us could ever fully fathom.
Motherfuckers, that's what I'm saying.
When Candelaria got home, she changed the baby's clothes that were covered in urine and feces before calling for help.
That means the baby wasn't getting changed. There was a shit.
While video captured Candelaria leaving and coming back, the cameras also captured the baby crying alone in the middle of the night.
I can't really hear it. I'm glad.
Cleveland police officers who
I can't really hear it. I'm glad. I didn't hear the baby, but we understood.
They say to speak for the little girl. The case shook even the most seasoned
yo, bro.
Mothers usually want their...
That's the fucking other shit. Yo, I get so tired of that shit, right? Of the like, yo, bro, I swear, man, I might have to watch that because they was saying like, yo, you die, and then they get your best friend to stand up there and be like, well, he was the same person since we was in kindergarten. No, the fuck that person wasn't. Like, yo, we get to just pretend and lie so fucking much as humans, right? Like, I ain't gonna say no name. Somebody had did some foul shit to me. So I asked somebody a question, right? Like, I'm like, yo, that person asked about me. The person like, yeah. I'm like, that's crazy. They like, yeah, that's what makes shit like kind of so hard. And it's like, yo, bro, at what point, like, I was telling my best friend, like, yo, the difference I think between me and a lot of other people is today I'm making a decision. Like, I'm not, like, my shit is bigger than free will. This shit ain't about free will. Ain't no such thing. You gotta get to a certain point mentally to be able to really be like, I'm making a decision to be a good person. Like, you not about to sway me. Like, I like the motherfucker who I am today. Regardless to whatever come with it. Because it's people like me that's going to give the world hope. That's going to make you want to get up every day and think something better can happen for you. But if you leave it up to just motherfuckers like that, we not talk about equal combatants. We not talk about ops. We not talk about your enemies. We talking about your child that's 16 months.
Can't even fend for themselves. Don't know how to change a diaper. That baby was soiled like shit, piss, all that. Like, you know how many times you shit a fucking day probably, or piss a day? That baby probably was crying and pissing. Pissing because it's crying, crying because it's pissing. That's 7 days of just shitting and pissing, probably nothing after a while. Just, the whoop the baby threw up. Shit.
Yo. And I believe that extreme traumas open your brain up. like shocks. So a lot of times when you talk to people about like the first times they remember, they'll tell you all the time, but it's usually something else. It's something that wake you up. Like whatever was going through that baby mind, the baby knew. Like I'm dying. Like something is wrong. Like no.
Yeah, I'm home.
Like where's my protection?
Mom, where's they at? I don't got nobody. Like
I always say that. Like yo, as humans, based off the society we built, parenting we do worse than animals. Animals understand their society. Like yo, you might be a baby lion, but if you sneak off over there, them hyenas will eat you. Them African wild dogs will rip you apart, limb by limb. Stick around here. Don't fuck around too much. This shit real. Pay attention. I need to die trying to protect you and fight for you. But as humans, we be preoccupied with so much more that sometimes our kids just run into shit. And that don't really be the worst part, right? Because like even when your kid don't die, when that guilt be there, when you don't double back, when you don't try to fix shit, like when you don't come to certain points, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's full grown out here walking around dead. And it's so taboo. We see all, yo, bro, you know, like, man, the news, like the views, if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and do all that other shit too, man. But the views I may get on talking about like some DJ academic shit or like some Puff Daddy shit, whatever, right? It's crazy. Even political shit, if I'm talking about Trump, right? Yo, bro, how long we gonna be letting motherfuckers get away with shit like this? It like, so like when you start to speak up, like if you alive and you speak up on your mother, what they tell you to do?
oh, that's your mom. Respect your mom. Fuck that shit.
Shut the fuck up. Don't be talking about your moms like that.
Child's place.
Stay in the, right? So, but what if you got some heinous shit going on? How's a motherfucker supposed to convey that shit? Some shit just fucking sick.
Your children to have a long, happy life. But Candelaria placed more importance on a vacation in Puerto Rico with her boyfriend than the health, safety, and well-being of her own daughter.
Yeah, so we got to the bottom of it now. I figured, I kind of figured it. I said it was that it was a boyfriend. My question is, did the boyfriend know? Did the boyfriend know? Did the boyfriend know? Or she yo, it could like, did the boyfriend know? I don't even know if he is he getting charged with anything accessory?
No.
It's gonna be females that's gonna watch the video that'll do the same thing, and be sitting here now like, oh my God, no, how could she? And don't even know, put in the same situation, you'll do the same thing. But, and if you is, somebody's told you that before. You ain't even did this shit, but you always get mad, you arguing, going crazy. But somebody told you in roundabout ways, like, you'll do it, you don't fuck like, and you know why? Because every time motherfucker tell you in a small way, like, you don't do that, you be like, ah. So as the shit, you know how motherfuckers say, you know what the snowball effect is? You know what the snowball effect is? Piling. And you know the nastiest part about every time people got a shit piled up, how they be acting? Wild and crazy on niggas. Nigga, how you let all that shit pile up, now you mad at the world? Got to live my life. Who the fuck told you be running around fucking and getting pregnant? I ain't done. I got to live my life.
Candelaria's parents spoke through an interpreter in court, begging the judge to show compassion for their daughter, who they say has struggled with depression, anxiety, and stress.
I want to take this back.
Why she didn't drop the baby off with y'all?
You know why? And here it is. I don't know.
7 days. You cool though. Like you in Puerto Rico. Who has my grandkid?
Yo.
I want my grandchild.
No,
let me go get them.
I'm going to tell you what it really is. It's the same shit that happened. Yo, one of my biggest fears. What's fucked up is I had a fucked up life. I'm probably going to die having a fucked up life, right? But my worst fear now, once upon a time, my worst fear was dying in prison. My worst fear now is dying and my mom having anything to do with my funeral. Because for some reason, I feel like I'm going to feel it. Like her there pretending she give a fuck about me. Not because she give a fuck about me, but because it look good if she seen pretending she give a fuck about me. So now, some shit like this happen, you don't get no fuck. She probably couldn't have called you to watch her and yeah, my daughter was going through this, and this. You know how many times a motherfucking parent will be like, oh, I know you, it's hard, I know you went through this. You still, that's what I said earlier. It's about coming, doubling back, and doing right. That's why I said I'm making a decision. This is my decision. Niggas can't make the decision like, oh, you know what? I fucked up. Let me do it. You know what? I can't take back my fuck-ups. I can't take it back. Can't turn back the hands of time. The only thing that I fucking can do is better. So when you get to situations where ain't nobody trying to do better, you don't get no better. So now your mom's can sit in the courtroom and be like, oh, give her mercy and leave. The only way she can say, what you mean? She was going like, who the fuck ain't going through stress or depression? Nigga, that's all out, man. Yes, it is, bro. Yo, bro, listen, it is what it is. Hey, yo, Magic, right? Look, this is what I say. We talk a lot about niggas, like, not being fathers, right? But sometimes when niggas is not father, yo, when you see a nigga out the picture, it might be a frustrated woman in the house. It be a crackhead father in jail and a crackhead mother in the house. And she will sell everything in that motherfucker, including herself and her child, for some rock. And everybody know that. And if that kid say something, he gonna have some trouble. Listen to this dumb shit.
Daughter.
Candelaria.
But Candelaria placed more importance on a vacation in Puerto Rico with her boyfriend than the health, safety, and well-being of her own daughter.
Candelaria's parents spoke through an interpreter in court, begging the judge to show compassion for their daughter, who they say has struggled with depression, anxiety, and stress.
My daughter did not have a good quality of life.
The 32-year-old mother addressed the court.
And not a day goes by when I do not think of her.
Le pido a Dios que algún día pueda volverla a ver.
I pray to God that one day I will see her again.
Yeah, 7 days to see that.
10
days to see her.
I pray to God I see. I won't fight that bitch. That's why I don't trust bitches with earrings like this now. Right now,
my gosh,
I don't trust this and I don't trust the nose ring. Right? Like when I was younger, Tupac had the nose ring. So every time niggas got the nose ring, guess what niggas said? Oh, you on some Tupacs. You got that because of Tupac. It used to be a time when niggas could say shit like that. Like, oh, you doing this? Like, I remember, because I did it. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, a lot of niggas in the streets around the time when I was in the streets, you did like what they call a Memphis Bleak. I might be embarrassed to say this, but I'll tell y'all, and mad, all the niggas, the gangster niggas that shot niggas, top gangbanging niggas, the all white wife beater, You had two. I had a wife beater on, then you had a wife beater tied around your head. Tell me you don't remember that. Fab did the napkin, nigga, like the napkin bend in it. So, under the fitted. Now look, whenever people do things, I always say why, because I think why is the most important word in the whole dictionary. Like, why you did it? What made you? Those are the important shit, right? When a person can't tell me why, I don't trust them. I don't trust him, bro. Bitch, take that earring out your ear. What you trying to look different? You don't need to be trying to look different where you going because they don't let niggas look different. Get in uniform, get in line, and eat what the fuck everybody else eating. And I know there's some bitches in there that want to put foot upon her ass.
What?
That's a heinous one. You could get away with doing wild shit going to jail. This one, she not. Yo, bro. I don't even normally do this. Y'all know I stop niggas on YouTube be complaining. I'm going to take it back to the beginning. Just let the whole thing play. I don't even want to say shit. I just want to really just hear the shit like, it's got to be something I'm missing. She took some medication or something. She had to.
Take it back.
She had to take some kind of medication. She couldn't just be out here like that, right? Hold on. Here we go, man.
County courtroom, the mother who pled guilty to aggravated murder after leaving her toddler home alone was handed her fate. News 5 anchor Tracy Carlos.
Yo, Magic used to be upset when I do that. Hey, yo, don't give me no gift sub, but I told Cuz I was going to get Cuz wanted me to give out a gift sub too, man.
Crystal Candelario admitted to leaving her 16-month-old daughter, Jaylene, home alone in a pack and play.
She was a mother. She got a title
that
means something.
We heard the pack and play before somewhere. What is the pack and play?
That's a fucking... You know, when you're busy and you got to do something, you want your kid just running around, you got like this little thing in a thing. It's like a little square thing.
A bassinet?
It's not a bassinet. Bassinet is where you sleep at.
Wait, is it the big joint with a playpen?
Yeah.
Okay, they call a playpen a pack and play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably could pack it up and take it places. But a pack and play. That means that baby couldn't go nowhere. If it wanted to go to the fridge, it couldn't get out the fridge. The baby was probably too weak to crawl on top to get out.
The thing, yo, bro, a baby,
because at a point in time that a pack and play ain't gonna hold a baby down. Not no fucking toddler crawling out of that shit. You know the shit, the gates. The motherfuckers know how to open the gates now. It's different. The baby didn't have enough stamina to even be like, let me get up out of this bitch real fast. She probably had no pills in that bitch for the baby to even bro.
You said she bugged out and lost control, bro.
Man, yo, bro. That
me and Medkit, yo, bro.
Rico,
this is a story
I
knew about for maybe the last 2 days. I've been saving this for this particular moment. Cause, bro, this shit got me so frustrated. Me and Medkit been talking about this shit. Cause, bro, I'm saying to myself, you see how she in the courtroom crying and shit? So I'm trying to figure out if there was a way where she possibly thought the baby could survive. Because if you leave the baby for 10 days, you gotta know that the baby gonna die. That mean you never coming home. That's like you shooting a nigga in front of the precinct on camera and then going back by the precinct and walking in and saying hello and not expecting to get arrested for murder. Bro, so I don't understand what she was doing. That's why, I don't, bro, none of it makes sense to me.
You left the baby milk out. Milk is a...
For 2 days, she took a bottle and some change.
No, let me tell you something. The baby get full now, it's not hungry, then a bottle and some change. It's only, the baby gonna drink more than 2 bottles, though. You gonna let regular raw milk sit out for 2 hours and drink it?
Who, me?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm not. I got a thing against milk.
That's what she expected the baby to do.
Yo, my nigga. And the ill shit though is that
She didn't leave the baby no rice, no
the
beans,
same
no
way.
nothing.
Look, yo, this why I tell like, yo, I used to be telling people, right, like, yo, the same way I would raise my daughter is how I would want to raise my son, right? Like, in the same way where you want to protect your daughter from fucking with certain kind of niggas, you gotta be trying to teach your son some shit too. Like, yo, bro, like imagine this your son baby moms, they not together. In this the nigga like, nigga, bro, man, like nigga, what, like, I'm gonna let it run through like I said I was, man.
Animals take care of their infants better.
I think y'all have all heard me say that.
Candelario frolicked on the beaches of Puerto Rico with one man and visited another in Michigan.
The world turned into
while
a
her
circus,
daughter
huh,
died
gang?
of
Didn't
horrific
visit
death
another one
at
in
home
Michigan?
alone.
That bitch was
Police say the
bitch
32-year-old
hoeing.
mother left the baby with a bottle or two on June 6th. Neighbors' cameras captured her coming home 10 days later. Jaylene was dead. Dr. Elizabeth Mooney is the forensic pathologist who performed the autopsy. She told the judge the baby died from starvation, dehydration, and abandonment. She described the suffering